Hi, I'm Paul O'Sullivan, and I'd like to give you a book summary based on a lovely little book I'm after finding over the past year, and I've been working through all the different principles in it, and it's really changed my life. The Kybalion by the Three Initiates. It's a study of the Hermetic philosophy of ancient Egypt and Greece. The lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding. This book was written in 1908, but the knowledge is ancient, dating back to biblical times and beyond. Abraham, Jesus, the Gnostics and the Essenes all had this knowledge. Generally it was passed from word of mouth. It was not written down. This knowledge was safely guarded and not generally available to the uninitiated. In the past it has been considered occult. The word occult simply means hidden. There is great personal power to be gained from this knowledge, so the people were chosen carefully with whom to share it with. Hermes Trismegistus, thrice great, dwelt in old Egypt. He found emerald tablets in a cave which were passed down by two predecessors, and he began teaching and sharing this knowledge. He was apparently an instructor to Abraham of the Bible era. Most basic religions contain some of his teachings. The tablets contained a master key, which when fully understood can help us to work with the ancient spiritual laws. These are the original ideas behind the modern concept of the law of attraction. It was not the fear of the Lord that the Bible refers to, but the fear of the law. The book contains 7 Hermetic principles. The principles of truth are 7. He who knows these understandingly possesses the magic key, before whose touch all the doors of the temple fly open. 1 is the principle of mentalism. 2, the principle of correspondence. 3, the principle of vibration. 4, the principle of polarity. 5, the principle of rhythm. 6, the principle of cause and effect. And 7, the principle of gender. The principle of mentalism. The all is mind, the universe is mental, held in the mind of the all. The all refers to the reality that underlies all our external appearances and manifestations, which we know as energy, matter, consciousness. The all is spirit. The all is a universal, infinite living mind. Everything is created through mind, as within in our minds, so without in our reality. We can learn to use law against laws, the higher against the lower, and by the art of alchemy transmute that which is undesirable into that which is worthy, and thus triumph. Alchemy refers to the transition from the lead of self, the lower self, the ego, to the gold of self, the higher self, the soul. The principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. Hermetic philosophy considers that the universe may be divided into 3 great planes: the great physical plane, the great mental plane, and the great spiritual plane, which can be considered as degrees of life manifestation. The lowest point being matter, and the highest point being spirit. All are connected, but all are varying degrees of vibration, lower and higher. The principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Nothing happens until something moves. Everything is in motion. The differences between manifestations result from varying rates of vibrations, lower to higher. At extremes, the level of spirit is so high it doesn't appear to move, and the lowest level of matter also doesn't appear to move. Everything is connected by degrees. The universe, or your reality, is responding to your vibrations. At the highest vibration, you'll be well and attracting peace, joy, and calm situations, etc. And at a lower vibration, you'll begin to experience illness, chaos, discord, etc. The principle of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. There are two sides to everything. Poverty or wealth, illness or wellness, hot or cold, love or hate, opposites. But where do they terminate, and where do they begin? Opposites are the same thing, but in varying degrees. Using mental alchemy and our will, we can shift anything to a greater or lesser degree on the same pole. Illness can become nearer to wellness, poverty nearer to prosperity, etc. The principle of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. There is always an action and a reaction, an advance and a retreat, a rise and a fall, creation and destruction. We cannot stop this principle, but we can rise above it, using a mental law of neutralization. We can polarize at a point at which we desire, instead of letting ourselves be carried to a lower extreme. So we keep our focus and feelings on wealth, wellness, peace, calm, etc. No matter what is showing up, we stand firm. The principle of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name for law not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes the law. Nothing ever merely happens. We can be a cause or an effect. We can mentally become causers of our desired reality. We can dominate our moods, characters, qualities, and powers. We can influence our environment, becoming movers instead of pawns. The principle of gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes. Everything has masculine and feminine elements. The mind is dual, containing masculine, which corresponds to objective mind, conscious mind, active mind, and containing feminine, which corresponds to subjective mind, subconscious mind, passive mind. The I am may be split into two aspects of an I and a me. Through exploring this, we discover self. The me is creating either consciously or unconsciously. The I is wiser and can direct the me to where it desires to go. So just to summarize this book, what I got from it was that we can change our reality, as within, so without, from the inside with our minds and our emotions. By working with these principles, we can discover that we are co-creators of our world. The universe, or our reality, is just reacting to our vibration, either our higher or our lower mental aspirations. Our thoughts create our reality.